Around 7 p.m., my mom prepared a meal of some crinkle cut carrots that were frozen with some chicken, some udon noodles, cooked in bone broth, and a glass of whole milk. Like I'm having currently. I recall waking up for today around 5:30 p.m. after falling asleep around 8 in the morning. Roughly from 6:15 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. I sipped at a cup of plain coffee that my mom made for me. I recall the May 16 my dinner video uploading to my YouTube channel. Within the first few hours of today. And during that same time, I recall finishing the plastic pouch of animal crackers. If I recall, about a third of the pouch was left. Which was a good amount. At least a few handfuls. Yeah, but I ate them one at a time, but pretty quickly, so I was chewing at a few at any given time. While eating those animal crackers, even though I grabbed them individually, with one hand. I recall during the evening and early night hours, editing the May 17 my dinner video in Camtasia. (2019). Then while that video project was rendering, I made efforts to clear the dining room table of clutter. At one point spending about 20 minutes or so using these 3 fingernails at various points, one at a time, to scrape. I thought it was putty, some kind of putty or dried up Play-Doh, something to that effect. But when I asked about it, I was told that it was gum, dried up gum, and not putty or Play-Doh. Or anything like that. But those coins are now clean. And they're now in a container that's not intended ordinarily for coins. But the coins I cleaned are no longer laying by themselves on this dining room table. while making efforts to clean up the dining room table. I also moved a couple items as mementos, such as a few paper coffee cups from Mohegan Sun and a pair of solar eclipse glasses. For the total solar eclipse back in April. That pair of solar eclipse glasses had a frame that was made out of cardboard. Yeah, but it was still perfectly usable as a pair of solar eclipse glasses. The cardboard, the frames of that pair of solar eclipse glasses it was made out of, primarily, that cardboard was paper thin pretty much. But it was still good enough to act as a proper frame. I recall naturally waking up around 4 p.m. before falling back asleep within a few minutes. It seems at one point today, my mom went grocery shopping at our local Wegmans. Though I'm not quite sure whether it was while I was sleeping the first time or the second time, but I'm leaning towards while I was asleep the second time. Roughly where the unfinished stools are, there were fields of chili peppers that I have since harvested, but I recall planting them earlier. I recall it was before I first fell asleep today. What I'm doing currently on Oceania, I'm doing to complete this main task set.